Sonus Faber. So you know what's funny? My brother came along and he helped me. He was my camera too, and he was camera two, like right. He did everything.
What just happened?
Huh? I said he was camera two, like a mother. You know,
that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay. So he was the one keeping me on point because there's just so much jumbled into my head. And he's like, hey, you got an appointment over here. We need to make our way. Like, oh, okay. Because I'll just sit there lollygag and talk with people. And then you know what? And every single video I wanted to promote the disc. So like there was one time I was doing an interview and I see his phone and it says spatial disc on it. Like he sent me a little reminder. I'm like, oh, right. Love you, bro. If you're watching, thanks. But he got to see the difference in the interview. Sonus Faber and straight went to SVS after that.
Oh, the two back-to-back interview styles.
Mm-hmm. And he was, oh man.
Who'd you interview? Livio,
yeah. That was rough.
Why? He doesn't seem he doesn't joke around like Nick. Talking about the curved bottom or whatever you guys are talking about over there.
Dude, like I knew my interview with Nick. I knew all these people were like putting videos up like I ran into that home theater dude, Chris. And oddly he was right there right before he left, and then what was his name? Zach showed up right after that. But yeah, and then Giles did one. There was a bunch of people that did some like no name YouTube or no face YouTube channels that are just like they take everybody else's stuff and they just make their own videos about it. Yeah, I knew that my video, my interview with Nick would just be better because it's just he and I have a good rapport.
The least awkward one.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, is it that, Jill, or is it this?
Yeah, so it's funny because somebody commented they didn't understand that that's our inside joke.
Yeah. So at my first time interviewing people, it was at CES 2017 or whatever, and Joe comments, "This is the least. I like your style. This is the least awkward CES video I've watched today." And that was the first time Joe and I had any kind of communication. So if it wasn't for that weirdly, if it wasn't for that comment, there'd be no daily HiFi, there'd be no spatial toolkit, there'd be none of that stuff would have happened had Joe not said something to me. So he said, "Hey, this is the least awkward what CES covered."
We got to keep it real all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep it real. Like, it wasn't awkward. I don't know you that well. I'm not gonna say, "Hey, this is the best interview I've ever seen in my life." Is this from 60 Minutes? What is this? Oh my goodness! Let's collab. I see you have more subscribers than me. And I'm like, hey, it's pretty good. And then your response is like, hey, let's meet up or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
Down to LA. Let's make a video. Chana, were you a bit tipsy when you did the SVS YouTube? No, actually, I was very tired because that was Wednesday. So I'd been there since Sunday. Got wrecked Sunday night. Got wrecked Saturday night. Got wrecked Tuesday night. Tuesday night was the Nelly thing. So my brother was like, "How on earth are you doing this? You've had 3 hours of sleep every night since we've been here." He's like, "I can't." Like he's just passed out.
Let's talk about the Sonus Faber one.
Okay, so Sonus Faber. So
show your video here.
What I'm groaning about is really just the fact that I had to edit out so many ums and ahs. Like that was I literally cut out 3 minutes of ums and ahs. And having the two cameras, like I know you edit, Joe, so you'd be like, oh, anytime there's a camera switch, I had to cut out. Well, you
don't do multicam, but I got to show you how to do that.
Yeah, but yeah.
But he's from Italy. Livio's from Italy, so let me see you say something in Italian, and then.
It's
mi scusi.
Nice.
That's not even nice.
It's me, Mario.
No, but no, he was super cool. I did try to throw in a joke there. It totally was missed on him. Like they said that there's two main what do you call it? Programs when you buy this thing is that you get to go. They take you to Italy for 3 nights or whatever. And they're like, you stay, and I'm like, where do we stay? Your house? He's like, oh no. I'm like,
Oh no!
I'm just
like
joking.
that idea.
Oh yeah, I also said I was a Sonus Faber guy. That was great. Even my brother mentioned that. He's like, you had the like weird backhanded comment in there. It's like, oh well, I just gotta be truthful. But yeah.
You guys know what that's from when I'm saying me scusi. No. You don't remember from Euro Trip? Do you guys remember that movie?
Oh no, I never saw that one.
What?
I know, I never saw that one.
Oh come on, dude.
I was
That's like
burned out on those movies at that point.
Oh
There's so
really?
many
I
of
love
them.
that movie.
I didn't see all the scary movies. I just saw the first one.
Euro Trip. It's like a kind of like American Pie style.
Yeah,
movie.
that's what I know.
Just a silly, dumb.
Is that the
Just
one
watch it.
Scotty doesn't know? Is that the one? Or is that a different one?
Yeah,
Was that Tom Green was in that
I
one?
think
or-
so. Me scusi.
Excuse me. So here, look up.
Me scusi. It's right there. Okay, so
Yeah.
Sonus Faber Suprema.
And they have these new McIntoshes. So the McIntoshes are these 3 stacks in the back. 2000 watt, 2.1 kilowatt. So somebody was asking, so the subwoofers had each subwoofer had one of these, and then the tower had one of these paltry 1.2 kilowatt ones in the back.
Oh.
Here they are. It's huge dual.
Look at the finish though, because that's what he does a lot is the design aspect.
Yeah, he's the chief. Oh yeah, I'm interviewing the CDO, Chief Design Officer of McIntosh Group. This guy.
I wish I'd have been there. I'd be
Yeah.
like, give me your amplifiers now.
You see,
Man, they look great though, right?
see this shot right here with the amps in the background there, buddy.
Yeah.
This one's
How
for you.
much of this
Yeah,
is
appreciate
the look though? You know what I mean?
Oh,
How
yeah.
much of it is a look? When I was watching the binaural demo, I'm just like, man, that looks crazy in the background with all those McIntosh.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you go into somebody's house and you see that, you're like, damn.
yeah, and like, look, dude, like, how many pieces are? Do we need all these? like really? Oh man, but whatever.
Damn.
But yeah, it's taller than this guy and me. Apparently not as tall as the lead engineer.
I wonder how much they weigh.
Oh my goodness. Well, so with the first thing is they take the customer because it's $750,000 for this 2.2 channel setup, right? The new amplifiers are 50 grand each. So you would need so we're easily at $1 million with all the other components that they had there. And the second part of the customer service is that so you go to Italy, spend 3 days to fully customize a speaker. Which shade of red do you want? Do you want did you want to go with the Lamborghini color like Corsa Rosso, right? Or you want to go with the Ferrari red, There's whatever you want, you can do it, right? That's their whole deal. And so you go over there and they yes, they use monoprice cables. 100%. They didn't even bother to tell me about the cables. So they were just like, some they weren't cheap. Although I kept stepping on them.
Oh, they weren't. Oh, were they off the ground?
No, they weren't off the ground. But I was like videotaping and just kind of stepping on them as I'm like moving and stuff. I'm like, whoops. Anyway,
They want to match their boat.
yeah, they want to.
They're all about that boat look, right?
Wenge finish looks better. OG, Junior OG.
Okay.
Does. Let's see what else.
So when you sat and listened to them, what were your impressions? I mean, this looks like a very big room.
Yeah,
it looks like a lot of gear, and it's always hard to make it sound optimal in a space like that. But what was your impression? I saw that you got to play some of your music.
They did allow some requests. They didn't go as low as I would like them to have gone with the stop time track, especially with 415s. He did knock on the wall and it was completely hollow. So he said we had some issues in the room. I said, okay. But they're supposed to go down to 16 hertz. There's a point in the video. I'm like, he was holding that cork thing, and I'm like, hey, put that down. Let's talk about the subwoofers. You know, so yeah. And Joe. So they got all the cork thing, right? So they're this is what their mid-range. They call it the I section or whatever, where the mid-range and the two tweeters, fit in this thing, and yeah, this is when he says the system can go from 40,000 hertz all the way down to 16 hertz, and I was just like, oh, I got all excited. Where is it? And told him to just put that stuff down. Oh,
what is that?
Yeah, there it is.
Dang. Okay.
Good. Yeah, it was heavy. I was doing curls with it, Joe. I was like, should I
nice.
Keep this in the video just for Joe? I took it out. I'm not a dumbass. So 15. He said it's a neodymium driver. Neodymium. I can't say that right.
Are those all bespoke drivers? From what you can tell, Aaron.
Bespoke. I mean, probably. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
They redesigned everything. They're except for the two tweeters. Everything else is brand new. And they do this carbon fiber on the back. Oh, this is a back speaker. Look, it's the back of pussy.
Oh,
the back. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, okay. There's a speaker in the back. When he mentioned it, like, there's a speaker in the back. Like, what is that? What is that?
This is for a rich guy who has just money to spend. He wants something that looks cool, that looks different, and
it's super.
The ultimate sound quality might not even be the ultimate accuracy. Might not even be his goal. It might just be like, I want the coolest looking thing in my living room.
Yeah,
and this is probably one of them. Look at that.
Yeah,
that thing does look cool.
This is like an alien ship right here. And then so these four things on the back here, they allow you to aim this front part here, so you can tilt forward and backward, depending on how your listening position.
Yeah.
And with those knobs, you can change the level of the mid-range and tweeters as well.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that's one of the little windy parts, and then that's their whatever they use. They're all handing me this stuff. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is getting a little out of hand.
Yeah.
And then we get a McIntosh amplifier. So this is one amp. It's this triple stack. This is the 2.1 kilowatt or whatever.
Gosh.
Aaron, do you need to change your shorts?
I need to go change. Those things are ridiculous.
Dude, I can only imagine how much these things weigh. Like, you want to know how much the speakers weigh? I don't even know. Look at that.
I just got done boxing up the 462, the MC 462 to send back. And that thing's a solid 120 pounds on its own. It's such a pain in the butt to box back up.
Wow. What kind of foam does it come with? Does it have like
foam?
Is it like soft foam in there? Like, how do they protect that inside the box?
Double boxed, and it's bolted to a piece of like plywood or OSB or something. And then there's just like probably 2 or 3 inch foam padding all around it.
Oh, okay. It's that soft foam, right?
Yeah.
It's like medium soft foam. Yeah. It's freight delivered. So
of course.
All that stuff.
So heavy. Junior OG says no DSP in the subs. This is correct. However, they do have this guy. So this is they were using a CD transport for the music.
With tubes in it too?
Yeah, dude. My CD player got tubes. I got tubes in my grill. Oh no, that doesn't work.
The more I review audio stuff, the more I'm just more forgiving of stuff that just looks cool. You know what I mean? Dude, like, hey, cool. I don't even care how it looks cool, and I know that's why people are curious. It's expensive and cool looking.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that too, right? If that's what you like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, maybe I should start doing just looks.
I mean, look at this.
I'll leave the measurements to Aaron. I'll just go based on looks. Like,
I don't even want to do measurements anymore. I'm just like, if you gave me that right there, I would just like put it on a platter and like spin it around and be like, what's the point?
What you can do is you can put a camera instead of a microphone on the end of your clipple.
Yeah,
you can spin that thing right around, and it's just a new rig. Forget measurement.
I did that a long time ago with the GoPro. I strapped a GoPro to the end of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but then I like watched the video back. Oh, this is stupid. So I just never did anything with it.
that's kind of cool actually.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, this is a CD player. Why did the CD? My CD player's got.
Oh
two.
no, it's an SA CD player.
Don't ask questions. Just enjoy it. You got tubes in there. Who cares?
Tubes in there, man. Like,
Who cares, bro?
Why not?
If you got that kind of money, you don't care either.
There's a controller, then there's the preamp, and then I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. So this wine red thing. So this is how they do DSP. This is how they tune this up. So this is an electronic crossover that they built. That's all analog, and so they just fiddle with the knobbies, and then yeah.
So what are the? Can they does it show what the knobs do?
No, they don't show it. They don't tell you what any of that.
So it's a way of, is it kind of like a way of doing DSP without knowing how to do DSP?
Well, no. Their guy comes and sets it up. So that's
that's what we were talking about on the phone. You don't even do it. We don't give you all these nice knobs, but don't even bother touching them.
Don't turn the knob. Don't
bother. We'll send the guy. He'll turn them for you.
Yeah. So they made this. This is the internal of that thing. They made this in-house because their whole thing is they don't want to use DSP. I mean, look, you can't even. There's like little markings on them, but they don't. There's no like. They don't tell you what it is. So
it's probably like like security heads or like security screws. Like you've got to have the right bit. It's probably like that with those. You got to have the right bit to do any changing.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's cool though.
Yeah,
that's cool. Like if you're rich, go ahead and buy that. You should have an affiliate link for that too.
You definitely should have an affiliate link for that.
Yeah. I'm sure there's online guides. Come on. So that's what they wanted to do. One thing that was interesting is that they didn't want to use DSP because you'd have to go through a DA converter again. So imagine if, like he was saying, they didn't want somebody with an awesome turntable system to then have to go from analog to digital just to run the DSP and then, back to analog.
Oh, yeah. Their customers don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
what's interesting is that you did a binaural recording of those. And I know a lot of people are not about binaural recordings, but
dude, I know binaural. Oh, okay. Yeah. The accounting guys. Yeah.
I know for a fact that those mics that we're using measure pretty decent. And I was using some AKG K371s that measure very well, So I thought I got a good idea of how the speaker sounded using that kind of setup. It seemed like they had that, that 2K dip. I mentioned that in my comment to you. Did you notice that too when you were listening?
Wait, say that again?
The 2 kilohertz dip where it kind of makes the speakers disappear. You know what I mean? Like it sounds
dude,
I noticed like that?
I played Florence and the Machine and it wasn't bright at all. I didn't have any fatiguing. They had it cranked. I was just like, oh, there's no boost. So I was like, oh, okay. Everything they played sounded great except for stop time. Because those notes go low. And I mean, on this system here with subwoofers, and these are only a 10 and a 12. They had 4 15s. It shouldn't have any problem. Yeah,
they need some magic beans in there.
They need some magic beans.
Did you hear anything that you've never heard before? Because that's what I think.
I know you always ask that.
Like, I'm going to hear some stuff that
dude, I heard
imaging and you're going to hear all kinds of stuff you've never even heard before.
Yeah, I heard angels. I heard this guy farting on the snare drum. There's all kinds of detail in there that it was a super revealing. No, in all honesty,
bass and hi-hat at the exact same time.
They sounded great. I wish there was more bass in some electronic music, but I don't even know the people buying this stuff probably not going to be bumping a whole bunch of house or techno.
All right, everybody, we do the Daily Hi-Fi podcast every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you join up to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Daily Hi-Fi, and we will see you there for the big show every Monday. Yeah.